Redeborn, Director of the Cooperative Network Design at EUROCONTROL. In your opinion, what is the most important innovation that we've seen in the last 50 to 60 years in the field of transportation?
I think it's the, at least from the passenger point of view, the multimodal things of interconnecting the various modes of transport, and then with no doubt the possibility of electronic ticketing and the fact that that could be done over many modes of transport at the same time.
And looking forward the next 40 years until 2050, what kind of innovations do you think we can expect to see in that period of time that would be game changers?
The one that I would single out is to actually achieve the demand for transportation with a lot less impact on the environment. That is bound to be at least the area we need the most to find innovative solution to the fact that the present way of using kerosene is not going to be sustainable over the next 50 years. We need a much more resource efficient or renewable resources in order to continue to accommodate the need for transport.
You were quite involved in dealing with the repercussions of the recent volcano crisis we've seen. What lessons can be learned from this incident?
I think there are plenty of lessons that could be learned from this incident, but one thing that became obvious is that ATM is a very rule-driven and a very procedure-driven business, and the behavior of this particular volcano and its spreading of ash that brought in ash clouds over the whole continent of Europe put a lot of pressure on a lot of parts of this industry to act in a creative way and find solutions in a very short time frame. And from that point of view, I think one lesson learned is that we should be better prepared in terms of rules and procedures for how we would apply. On the other hand, this was an unprecedented thing that hadn't happened to most of the people ever in their careers. So that was one lesson learned. Another lesson is, of course, that we need to find a way to reduce the impact on the number of flights to the extent possible, and that's why we rapidly developed the subdivision of the ash cloud so that we can fly in part of it where we have the low concentration and only avoid the part of the ash contaminated air which had the high concentration. And that is, of course, something that we can further develop. In terms of the rule, ICAO, which is the only one that have rules published around this, has been picked up the task to revise both the manual, the handbook and the contingency plan related to volcanic ash. And that will, of course, provide a better platform to base a harmonized approach later on. Finally is the issue of if all individual member states in a whole continent like Europe take their own decision on how to deal with this in lack of the procedure, it's very difficult for the users of the airspace to get a coherent picture on how they should apply and whether they can fly and whether they cannot fly. And in that area, I think everybody agrees the fact that we do need to take a harmonized approach for the future on how to address crisis in general and ash in particular.
Thank you very much.